Hey, it's your biggest fan here, Den51, bringing you some gameplay where I go 25 and 4, and I think I'm in a party of 2, including myself. So it's a really good gameplay, and I think I get the last kill, and it was just like a drop shot. I hope you guys enjoy that. But really, for this commentary, I want to talk about competitive gaming. And before I said before, I know what you guys are thinking. Oh wow, should be part of his intro now. But before I kind of go on to my other topic, my main topic, I do want to kind of define what competitive gaming is, because some people kind of get confused. And what competitive gaming basically is, it is the same as competitive play, but competitive gaming is just kind of a higher level. It depends what context you use it in, but for this kind of commentary, it's where you kind of compete with other gamers at a professional level, with set rules and set judgments and a score limit different to how the game is actually played. And some people may confuse this with competitive play, sorry. And in my previous video where I talk about competitive gaming, I think I do say competitive play, and then I think I say competitive gaming, but actually I mean you know, I thought they were two different things because that's what someone told me. But then after some time thinking about it, you know, they are basically the same thing. You know, you compete with other gamers, so whether it's a professional level or an amateur level, you know, it's the same thing. So anyway, that's basically my previous video. It was ages ago, and I thought that I should touch upon this topic again, and you'll probably see why, you know, towards the end, but there's no guarantee there. Anyway, the reason I do want to talk about competitive gaming is because it strips the game to its bare minimum. And I'm not just referring to COD, I'm referring to other games out there, such as My Little Pony, FIFA 10, Street Fighter. Yeah, I'm referring to them because this applies to all the games, even StarCraft. You know, you watch the live streams, you see them all the time. They're playing different rules. They're not playing as the game is originally meant to. And in terms of Call of Duty, you know, they're only allowed certain guns. They're only allowed certain perks. And there are just loads of rules where it's not natural. Like they can only play on certain maps, or you know, they can't use certain, I don't know, equipment, which is, to me, it's not part of the game. And then if that's the rules, they might as well return back to COD 4 as to where you know, the playing field's basically even. So I don't know, but by stripping the game bare, you know, you're making it into an entirely different game, and maybe it's even reverting it so far back that it's a previous game that they should basically play that instead of a newer game, and kind of you know, giving people heads up on waiting, on camping, because that kind of, you know, because I know competitive gaming, you know, has an overall effect in the actual gaming community itself, because people like to find spots, people like to work as a team, people like to use their shout outs for spots, but also, you know, in stuff like Search and Destroy, they do kind of wear themselves down. They just sit there in corners waiting, which is kind of annoying at times. But I don't want to kind of, you know, stay on this topic too long. But anyway, it is gaining popularity throughout, you know, the gaming, not just gaming, but like throughout the world, because, you know, obviously disabled people can play it, and basically anyone's basically accessible to play the game, and joining to the gaming community, which is really good, and you can kind of reinvent yourself, as some would say. So it's really good that it's gaining popularity, and it is oddly gaining popularity because it should be dying. You know, there's a lot of cost, you know, there's a lot of money going into gaming. It's heavily time consuming too, because, you know, especially if you're a pro player, you'll know that it's a lot of time gone into practice and gone into knowing your routes, because it's also team based as well. So you know, if your teammate doesn't spend as much hours as you do, then, you know, you're kind of wasting your time, because you're only as strong as the your weakest link, or whatever, something like that. But the future of competitive gaming is something I really wanted to talk about, and you know why I wanted to talk about this is because they said in Black Ops 2 that it would cater to both sides of gaming, and this means competitive gaming and kind of the amateur, kind of fun kind of playing for gaming. And it's weird to see for them to say that, because obviously competitive gaming's one of kind of two things. I actually don't want to talk about this for too long, but basically, competitive gaming is something where it's either going to change into the future, where it can become amazingly popular, or it will kind of just drop, and Black Ops 2 will probably decide that. Anyway guys, it's been your biggest fan here, Den51. Bye.